What's good, everyone? It's the Demo Team Podcast. We're here with Ryan, as always. We also have Nick Rea from Amarionette.
We got Joel of Science Penguin with us, and joining us shortly, hopefully, knock on wood, Atria will be with us. But we've got Nick of Amarionette, and we've got Joel of Science Penguin, and you got me and Cash here on the Demo Team Podcast, presented by Ghost Killer Entertainment. It's like a partnership, like we've been going steady for a little bit now, but
Yeah, a little bit.
It's great to have Nick back. He was one of our first guests in season one.
He's our second guest.
I believe, yeah, Amarionette and I believe Amarionette guest.
Yeah.
But it was like the same week, so it's technically like, this is like a big deal, guys. He's back.
We're going full circle.
Full circle.
We're circling back.
Can do.
As they say.
So I think a lot has changed since our first interview, Nick. I think pandemic barely set it in, and now here we are at almost the end of the tunnel, I would imagine. What's changed in since 2021, 2020?
2020.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Almost exactly 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything to an extent. Everything but nothing.
I mean,
still doing all the same things, but just a little differently, I guess.
All right.
I'm not happy that the pandemic happened by any means, but I think I was one of the fortunate people that came out of the pandemic a little bit. How do I say this? I was able to utilize or able to capitalize on some good opportunities, like outside of music and with music. We put out a record during the pandemic. We were able to just pump out a bunch of material. Was able to purchase a home, so things have been good. Got a good promotion at work outside of music, and so yeah, things are good.
And you just played a pretty major show that I saw y'all at SOA. So
yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
That was pretty huge, and it was awesome. Also, y'all had a great set.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. We had that tour too with Hail the Sun, and yeah, man. I mean, we've just been grinding. We're just the philosophy is just keep fucking doing it if you can, right? Just if you love it, just do it.
Don't stop till you get enough, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
but I think, let's see, the last time I saw Nick, because me and Nick go back a few years. I believe I met you in 2019. My first band that I, got back into in that scene was Stay Still, and I'd opened for you guys. And you guys have always been really cool towards me. I mean, you were one of the first guests here. I think the last time I saw you, you guys were playing with Kurt Travis. You guys were his backing band for the tour, and you're able to play those singles that you guys I think they barely came out in 2020, 2019 with Kurt Travis, and to see them play live was super freaking cool, dude. It's awesome that you guys got to do that.
Yeah, man. No, that was sick. Yeah, those songs were recorded 5 years ago too, right when we kind of parted ways with Quinn. We were flirting with the idea even back then of oh, maybe Kurt will sing for us. Maybe we can do something along those lines. But I think all of us kind of knew that wasn't going to happen. But we agreed to do a couple songs together, and they turned out sick. And we also flirted with the idea of maybe doing a vinyl release for those songs or doing something like that. But this was years ago, and we still haven't done anything with them, but we're happy they saw the light of day. So yeah, very fortunate. And
I would say I'm a big Kurt Travis fan, but I kind of like that y'all didn't get him as a singer, to be honest. I think that your records that you had after Quinn with Izzy, I think were really good. And I don't know if it, obviously it'd be different, but I appreciate them for what they are right now, as opposed to if Kurt were to be the singer. So
yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I think, yeah, it all fell into place with Izzy, and yeah, I love Kurt's voice too, and I love what Kurt does, but I also really obviously like what Izzy does. So
Yeah, he's great, man.
so
I think I can recall the first time I ever met Izzy, and I was watching you guys play at Malone's, and Izzy just jumped in the crowd and started singing in my face, and I was like, "Wow, that's a nice guy."
really, that's Izzy. Malone's. Where the hell is where was Malone's?
They call it Stages now, but that's in like Santa Ana.
Oh, oh, you know what? Maybe, yeah, yeah. I can't recall Izzy doing something like that, but I guess maybe he did.
I have the mental
So, like,
scars when it happened.
he's so shy. Like, I feel like, on stage he's not shy, but he's a pretty reserved person.
Yeah, he's always
So
been really cool. I mean, when the music takes over, man, you guys get down. Like, so I mean, you never
yeah,
know.
it's true.
You guys never don't get down. Like I've played with you guys like a few times, and it's always like, fuck, we gotta. Thank God we don't have to follow that, but we gotta like live up to those expectations to be on that level. Like, hey, we gotta keep up at the very least, you know. And it's
Yeah.
And
always
it's like
your whole
honestly,
band.
Thanks.
sorry, I'm silly.
Thank you.
It's the kind of music that's hard not to get down to. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's fun, man. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
So, let's see. So since the last time you were here, you guys have released a few covers. I think Perfect was about to come out. I don't know. I believe last time you were here. But like since then you guys have done like the Van Halen cover.
yep,
And
Yeah, and Michael Jackson.
yeah,
Yeah,
can't
both were amazing.
Yeah,
Thanks.
the Michael Jackson cover was awesome.
Yeah,
dude,
for
Izzy
sure.
pulled that shit. Izzy did such a good job on that. Izzy and Ron really I really didn't do much. My guitar part was just a pretty nerdy little thing, and like I don't know. Yes, you guys are right. I do think it was sick, but that shit is all Izzy for the most part.
I mean,
But
Michael Jackson that's obviously one of the best ever. So like, shout out to Izzy for pulling it off for sure.
oh yeah, dude, that's right in his wheelhouse, man. That's like his guy. That's his friggin' hero, vocally,
So-
anyway.
Anyway, we could twist your wrist. Maybe you got another couple covers in the works, maybe.
No, we just this album, dude. We've had 13 songs instrumentally done for like almost a year, and then Izzy just finished up song 10 last week. We are doing 11, 12, and 13 this week, and then yeah, we're gonna start rolling out this album. So like Simple is gonna be on the album. This new song Rescue Me that's coming out July 15th is going to be part of the album. And then I was telling Cash, Izzy is in LA right now working with Andreas on another music video that'll be out August 12th, and that's when we're going to like drop pre-orders for the new album. And yeah, it's pretty cool. We're really excited for it. It's a really strange album, but it's cool.
Ooh, strange in what way, might I ask?
I don't know.
Did I beat you too, Ryan?
I don't know. For me, like I like a lot of these songs a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think they're cool. I think they're put together really well. I don't know. They're just a little bit more nerdy than the last album. Some of the choruses are a little bit more straightforward vocally. Not as many like Izzy layers that he likes to do. But I don't know, man. Some of it is it's just weird. I don't know how to like a lot of different.
When you say nerdy, do you mean like mathy or
Yeah, some of it's really like
or like
fucking
proggy or
yeah, dude, like yeah, all of it.
all
of
right,
it.
interesting.
But the like the poppy side is definitely or like the a lot of ballads on this friggin' album, dude. Like
Okay.
like half the record is like slow and soft and ballady and like kind of along the lines of like what we did with like Traumatize on the last album, like Sad Dre. Like we kind of did similar, like in that kind of vein, I guess. And then the new stuff, or like the stuff that's more edgy or proggy, is like a realm that we haven't hit, I guess. So that's why I'm saying it's kind of weird. It's kind of like new territory for us, even though it's not like we're reinventing the wheel or anything like that, because we're not. But it's cool. It's cool, man. Joe Arrington did drums on this one too. He recorded them last May, so they've been just sitting in the vault for a minute. And he's a stupid, insane drummer, obviously. So I mean, he took these songs into like some nutty directions, but it's sick.
Well, you definitely sold me on it at least. So
Yeah, dude, it's I hope everybody likes it. We like it, that's for sure.
I mean, you make music that I want to dance to, so I mean, if I get the opportunity to dance more, I mean, I'm always ready to dance, man. It's always time to dance, you know.
Yeah, a lot of it kind of makes
like
you
that.
like, some of it's like nasty. It's like
Nasty.
funky, like fucking like, yeah,
Rick
dude.
James.
No, it's just like, I don't know, man. You just gotta hear it. I don't want to say too much.
All right, interesting. Can I ask like who like influenced y'all on this album, or
No, you can't, man. No,
I
I'm
can't?
just-
Okay. Give too much away.
Bro, I am a I went like Tosin Abasi extremely light because I can't play anything like him, but I would say like a lot of his thumping techniques and stuff and just like his nerdy shit is so dope to me. Like I think he's an incredible player. I think that's obvious. But no, I really got into like the like thumping and smacking and like that funk style thump smack stuff that he does. You know, he does it way crazy, obviously, and he's incredible. So I have like dumbed down versions of that I was doing on the record. So definitely like Tosin, Animals as Leaders is an influence. The Midnight, like the same synth wavy shit that I've been listening to forever, is still a major influence. Van Halen, Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic, like that's all Izzy's stuff, you know, like those are some of his biggest influences. And yeah, man, I think you'll kind of just hear all of it. Like it's just sounds like us.
All right.
Nice. One side note, I just wanted to introduce real quick that Atria. Did I say that right? Atria.
Atria. I feel like they'll hop in and tell us, but they're in here. They're on mute and their camera's not on, but they turn
here.
that on. They can correct Ryan on the pronunciation.
But as soon as they get that figured out, we'll continue
Yeah.
on. If you don't mind, Nick, Joel, you are also in a band. You guys just released a new album. Did you want to talk about that real quick?
Actually, before we do that, let's get can we get the schedule breakdown real quick, Nick, for your release? Because you have a music video and a single coming out as well as the album very soon, right?
Yeah, so July 15th is the next single, so 2 weeks from, or 12 days from now, I guess. And then August 12th, we're putting out another single called Peaches. This is the one that Andreas and Jomar, his video guy, are directing. And then that day we're gonna tentatively, it as long as fingers crossed everything goes smoothly, that's when we're gonna have like all the album pre-orders, and we're shooting for an October release.
All right.
Middle of October, middle to late October, and then we're also going to be going out on tour the day the album comes out. We're going to do
Halloween
like
and Marionette, right?
Huh?
Halloween and Marionette, right?
Yeah. We're going east, man. So hopefully that'll be cool.
Have y'all ever like gone east before? Or
Yeah.
like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This will be like our third or fourth time
All
going
right, cool.
East Coast. So we usually we usually stick to Texas, California, Arizona, like
Yeah, that's what I
regional.
thought.
But we try, obviously COVID put a damper in this, but we've tried to set out to go at least East Coast once a year. But obviously that's been difficult with the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
the way it's been. I mean, you guys had like a super dope tour all lined up before that all like set in, and that was unfortunate that never got to manifest in the form that it was originally.
I know, man. I know. It was heartbreaking for sure. When Izzy got COVID, it really put a damper into things. But I mean, obviously he got it so bad, like it was fucked up. He was in the hospital for a week. And then we ended up doing those California shows with Strawberry Girls. I think you were at Chain Your Action, right? You're at the Chain show. And dude, when we got done with those shows, he ended up back in the hospital because he ended up, he thought he was 100%. He thought he was good to go. We get back into town. The night we got back into town, he starts coughing up blood. He was in the hospital for another week.
Really?
They told him if you would have did like another show, you would have collapsed both lungs. He had like
Jesus
massive
Christ.
holes in his lungs, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
horrible.
fucked, man.
So we basically couldn't do anything until this year.
Yeah. But I mean, you guys are back swinging at it. You're playing So Wet Fest. You're doing tours with Hail the Sun. I mean, you got a whole nice summer and fall lined up. I mean, you with this new release and tours on the horizon. I mean, I think like, we go through some hardships sometimes, but you guys would come back even stronger from it.
Trying to, definitely. Yeah, man. Just keep going. Just keep playing. That's all we want to do,
Hell yeah. Being a working musician's hard, man. And you gotta have that work ethic if you want to like not only stick around, but be like, be able to maintain from it.
Totally.
Without a doubt. So, anything else, Cash, you wanted to address?
I mean, we'll come back to it. Let's introduce Atria. I think they're ready to go now.
Are they good?
Atria.
Yeah, Atria.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, Atria.
All right.
We did it. We did
we
it.
got it. Now we have it. Now we have like the clip of it, so I can just send it to Ryan every time he tries to say it in an ad and splice it in. How are y'all doing?
Not too bad. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, man.
All right.
Good to have you guys here. I'm glad you guys could be here with Nick of Amarionette
cool.
and Joel of Science Penguin. Just wanted to give you guys like a chance to like introduce yourselves, let everybody know who you are. And I know Science Penguin, they just released a brand new album, real awesome stuff. So I just wanted to give you guys like a couple seconds, maybe press upon yourself on Nick here on what you do for a living and what you play for your band, all that.
And then maybe throw a few questions to him, and then
Yeah.
All right,
Doing
well,
like yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm Dakota. I'm the vocalist.
And I'm Chris. I play guitar.
Yeah, we just dropped a single last Friday, the 24th.
Yeah, new single's called The Hereafter. It's been out a week and 1 day. So.
Dope. That's what's up, man.
then Joel.
Joel, blow them away,
Hey.
man.
All right. Yeah, I'm Joel. I play guitar for Science Penguin. We are in Maryland. That's where we're based out of. I actually live in Virginia, but it's close enough. We just put out a new album on July 1st. It's called Why Am I Like This? And it's our first like professionally recorded album. We finally got around to doing that, and it sounds freaking good as shit, if I do say so myself. We're really proud of this record. We put a ton of work into it. We've been working on it for 2 years almost, and we're really, really excited that it's finally out and now I can relax.
I like the name for sure. Why am I like this? That's a very relatable for sure. I think a lot of people ask themselves that.
I ask myself that all the time, every day, actually.
All the time.
Been spending this whole week asking myself that. But do y'all have any questions for Nick?
I don't know what to ask him. I've been a fan since I heard Baddest though, so
Yeah, I'm a new fan, so I'm still getting acclimated to all of your music. But I think I'm gonna be a big fan because it freaking rules.
Awesome.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
What have you been listening? What have you? What did you start out on? I guess. Joel.
I think Baddest was the first one.
All right.
And then I heard the Michael Jackson cover after that, and that was freaking sick too. And I really wasn't sure if I was actually listening to a Michael Jackson song or not for a good couple of seconds. I was like, because it took me a second to recognize the song, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is a Michael Jackson song. It doesn't sound quite like Michael Jackson, but it's really close, and it's really cool.
Yeah, y'all were able to like really get close to like how these covers originally sounded while also like having your own touch to it, which I think was really cool. And it's also kind of crazy because it's like also you somehow sound both like Van Halen and Michael Jackson, even though they're way closer than a lot of people probably realize at the same time. But you know what I mean? Like,
no, thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think because of how I don't know, just how distinct like the four of us are together when we get into a room. Like, I think anything that we do, we kind of still kind of sounds like us. You know, I don't know if that's the cop-out answer, but I think it's the truth. But,
I mean, and I mean, I remember that y'all got a little bit of flack for the Van Halen cover from some Van Halen groups on Facebook, I think, right?
yeah, we did. We premiered that song on Van Halen News Desk, which is like, dude, it was actually kind of a crazy story because obviously Eddie Van Halen passed in October of 2020, and we put out the song in September of 2020. And like at that time, there were still like, you know, rumors swirling that they're gonna do another like tour and, you know, all kinds of shit, right? And of course, we do a Hagar era Van Halen song. So all the people that are like Van Halen Roth fanatics only, like just tore it apart. They're like, this is worse than when the original fucking song dropped, you know, like 1986, you know, this is terrible, you know. But then we had like the sympathizers that were like, oh man, this is great, you know, that these kids, you know, that these dudes are in their 20s and they're listening to Van Halen. You got to respect that, you know, like at least they don't shit on old music, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, that was the like wackiest responses that I have ever seen.
You see it? Well, one thing I have heard and I've seen is that that's kind of a controversial song, and that like a lot of people, I mean, it's just there's just a wide range of like people's opinions on it. Like I've seen people, I once, like, just out of curiosity, I think when your cover came out, I looked up what's like the like a Van Halen song ranking, and like they had "Why Can't This Be Love" at like the very last song in the ranking. So it's like there's definitely people who are not fans, but also at the same time, it's like I don't really get why you wouldn't be. It's like a pretty solid, you know, awesome power pop song. So
At that point, it was the first song that Van Halen released after David Lee Roth had left the band.
It was Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, so that's why it was like such a big deal. And it was like, yo, they just put out 1984, like Jump, Panama, Hot for Teacher, like the most pinnacle album of their career. And then they came out with Why Can't This Be Love with a new singer, and it was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know, with all the synthesizers, and they didn't really write like love songs and ballads, and they weren't that band, you know, prior to Hagar anyway.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, and it's not like Hagar exactly like toned them down though, because Hagar could rock, and he was like already like pretty like huge arena rock act as before he even joined Van Halen. So
totally, it was kind of like the first super group, I would say, at that point.
Kind of,
yeah, for her mouth.
Yeah,
it's you know, like the original band who could move on with the new singer, I guess.
Yeah.
So, because
the
now
original
that
singer-
happens all the time, but like not too many band. I mean, like I guess I mean plenty did, but like I don't know. It seems like it's a lot more common these days being able to move to a new singer than it was back then, I guess.
They were the model for any band that was having problems with a singer. That was like, you know what,
That's true, yeah.
we can move on to new singer. You know?
Exactly.
Not
Because
impossible.
David Lee Roth was kind of a head ass. And I mean, I guess y'all kind of had, I mean, obviously, like Quinn is a cool guy and it was all mutual, like, but like y'all had to like kind of go through the same thing. Y'all had to like find a new, y'all had to get a new singer and stuff.
Yeah. I wish Quinn the best at, you know, at this point. I think, you know, when it happened and like leading up to it, there was a lot of there was definitely some animosity there. And, you know, it's like breaking up with a girlfriend, man. Like it's most of the time it's not the easiest thing to do. Like there's a lot of feelings involved. There's a lot of time and effort that you put into writing music. And, you know, Quinn was great at what he did. But yeah, it was definitely it was definitely a process, that's for sure. But I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, we actually talked to him a couple months ago, and yeah, he's great, and he's like, I mean, still has love for y'all. So it's like, I think it's all. I think and he's putting out music with Q under QEW. So yeah, it's all. I think it's all good. Yeah, Q.
Yeah, man. He's doing like Christian hip hop and stuff. And
yeah,
I know kind of a funny story, not to put anybody on blast, but so this is a true story. This was like 6 months ago. Izzy ordered Uber Eats and Quinn shows up at his door. And we were and Izzy was like, is this a joke? Like what is going on? And that was like the first time that they had talked in a while. But yeah, Izzy had ordered Uber Eats and Quinn was like his driver. It was just insane. Like, you know, like that, no bad blood or anything, but you know, and they obviously they
like,
talked.
am I getting punked, right?
Yeah, but it was just like, what? Like, you know, because we hadn't talked to him. Like, I didn't know he was even back in Vegas. I thought he was in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just that was a pretty like jaw-dropping story. I think Quinn almost shit his pants too. He was like, it was really funny. The way Izzy told the story was so funny. But yeah, that's like the first interaction that, or any news of Quinn that we've heard of in a long time.
Wow.
So I hope he's
yeah, he's doing great. We talked to him. He's in good spirits for sure, and that's kind of a hilarious story. I don't know. I don't know if I think he might have mentioned that, but I don't think he really got into it the same.
Oh my god! Like, can you imagine that though? Like, just being, you know, in Izzy's shoes.
I mean, I can absolutely imagine that because I have definitely done. I once delivered. I was like a Uber Eats driver, and I delivered to like my former roommate who like I hated or whatever. So
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's this gig economy will get you sometimes, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were in like bands together or a project together a long time ago. So I mean, they were friends prior to like when Quinn was just in Amarionette before anything had ever happened. I mean, it's a small world. It's just like, you know,
Tiny.
the Vegas scene is like Sacramento's where everybody fucking is intertwined and they all know each other. And I mean, a lot of the guys that you got like in the Blue Swan community, like we all know each other. We've all known each other for so long, you know. So
I think
it's not,
that's basically how it goes. Because I mean, starting off with like you and Anamoria, it's just kind of like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Because it's like, well, these guys are.
It's not even. I don't even think it's 7 degrees. It's like 3 degrees of what Kurt Travis or something.
yeah. Like I've known Sergio and Carlo, Skylar, all those guys for years. Like, I mean, I knew Sergio in high school, Like we go way back, all of us. So it's kind of funny to see everybody like still
Just
going.
kind of
Yeah.
makes our job a lot easier, honestly.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see like everybody just doing what they do.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Sergio, when I was at that show where you gave me the cassette,
Mhm.
that was your show with Kurt. Sandy Bronco was opening on that, and that's if you don't know who that, I know you know, but for those listening with the ears, Sandy Bronco is Sergio Medina's little brother, who's awesome guy. We've been trying to get him on the show. It's hard to nail that guy down though. He's always he's a busy bee.
Yeah, dude, Sergio's always busy. David is too, man. I love David. David was so fun to tour with. And
Yeah.
Ricky, who is playing drums for Dave, was my old singer in our like high school band with Skylar, who was playing with alongside me for the Kurt Travis solo stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just like we're all like forever linked somehow, which is cool.
Yeah. I think that's one of the good things about this scene, though, is it's very tight knit, and it's just like it's kind of like going to summer camp every time I go to one of these shows because you get to see old friends that you haven't
It's going
seen
to
in a
Camp
while.
Yeti, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's good
Yeah,
time.
We need to get everyone in the same place one of these days.
Demo fest.
Demo fest. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Exactly.
Nick being a
Furthermore,
Nick being a seasoned musician like you are, you know, Atria and Science Penguin, being a little more, you know, new to the rodeo, as a seasoned sage like wise sage of the scene, do you have any advice for people that are on their first release or releasing a new single, like any attitudes, behaviors, or things that they should like do while releasing new music like they are?
oh, I mean, I think I'm still trying to figure that out. So, you know, I think that not in all seriousness,
Mhm.
I don't know, just believe in whatever you're doing, you know, and just keep doing it. If you love it, you'll just keep doing it anyway.
Hell
That's
yeah.
all, really, you know, I think that just being consistent from a fan base perspective, I think especially nowadays with people's attention spans and stuff, the more that you're putting out consistently, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah.
But
I think the
that's
one thing everybody can agree on is like if you see someone busting their ass and working hard as fuck, like you can't not respect that. Like if a new, like, you know, you get a new singer or something happens and people are gonna like be like, yeah, I miss the old guy or whatever, you know, with transitions and stuff like that. I mean, I
who would
think nobody
say that,
can not.
dude?
No,
Who,
I think nobody
who
can
would
not.
ever say something like that, man?
No, never. That never happens. That never happens
It's
with
never
bands.
happened before,
No.
ever.
But I think that one thing that you guys did and did well was you just kept busting your ass, working hard. It's like, okay, he said that. Cool. Congrats. You said it.
yeah, y'all have like a very like large back catalog, honestly. It's cool. Like to have that many songs out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we've been going since 2011. I mean, for
So I
for a long
mean,
time,
over a decade. So it's like kind of
yeah, yeah, dude. For a while there, though, we were kind of just like an internet band until Kurt picked us up after hearing our Picture Perfect EP in like 2015, 2014, and then you know we put Repeating History out under his S Records label back in 16, and that's kind of like when we actually got somewhat serious, quote unquote, and then you know, then when we finally started getting a little hype, we changed singers. So we kind of totally rebranded. We're still kind of you know, going through that, but I can't say we're totally rebranding anymore, but I think we're a little bit past where we were a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like when we were with Quinn, when we had we definitely had like a lot of hype after we had put out Modern Disco with Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
I would say. And then we put out Baddest with Izzy, and it was like we definitely had a lot of hype then, But then when we put out that first EP with Izzy, we had a lot of like mixed reactions. And then we knew we kind of had to like figure it out from there. And we've just been going consistently since then.
How do you feel like when you when you release music now compared to when you guys first started releasing music with Izzy? Like, how would you gauge like the reactions? Like, do you feel like you proved yourself more in this day and age with Izzy instead of trying to figure it out like what was when you guys first got together?
I think I mean, we please ourselves first, right? Like we have to like what we're putting out before we put it out. So as long as we're happy, we hope obviously that everybody else likes it too. But I mean, I think the most important part is making sure that the four of us girlfriends are satisfied first. And then, we put it out. But yeah, I don't think there's like a like checklist for anything anymore. It's just, do we like it? Can we agree on this? We have a group chat, we send each other notes. Hey, change this melody, or like, do you think you can sing this a little differently? Or, hey, I'm gonna not play this lead here. Just little notes like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. You have like a super collaborative songwriting like system. I get.
Yeah. It's very democratic.
All right.
Good way to be.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, it kind of feels like I think everyone kind of gets to shine a little bit on everything. So
yeah. I just want to put this fucking album out. I don't want to talk. I just want to
do it right now.
Here you go.
Press send right now.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm just like, fuck it, just put it out. But then if we do that, I know I'll have my regrets. So I'm not,
Gotta hold it the chest, man. You always gotta keep them secrets till they're ready to be exposed.
You can always just release the Nick cut later on, right?
Yeah. Dude, we've been working on this shit for so long. I'm just like, let's just fucking put it out. That's how
I feel you, man. That's just how things are when you're creative, right? Just having to work endlessly on stuff and then feeling like, I don't know, like you put too much effort into it, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just, you kind of just want to put it out there at a certain point. But I guess you kind of need a little bit of a perfectionist like in your group, I guess, to be like, no, we can like do this better, I think. So
totally.
Yeah.
It's important
Like,
with consistency. To be consistent, you have to be patient, because you got to just be patient with being consistent, because you just don't want to release something that's maybe not quite up to par, or maybe the vision just isn't like fully like fleshed out or polished up. You want to go with your best foot forward always.
Totally.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. You got anything, Ryan?
I mean, we can always just open the floor for random discussion. I mean, if there's anybody
random discussion.
I mean,
hold on 1 second. I'll BRB. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right.
It'll be Joel and Atria. It's time.
All right. So now Joel and Atria have to fight each other.
Oh no. It's 2-on-1. Oh god.
No, it's tag team. Still 2-on-1, but not at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's good.
While we have this time, how about each of y'all tell us how you got into doing what it is you do for your band, whether it be vocals or producing everything, or whatever it is you do. Tell us how you got to doing that.
Whatever it is you do, tell us. Whatever he said.
Please.
So I play the guitar, obviously. I've been doing that for almost 20 years. I started when I was a teenager. I played the piano when I was like a little kid. I have a couple of older siblings, and they all played piano, and I just kind of rolled with it by the time I came along. And then I switched over to guitar because I wanted to be a cool rock and roll star when I was, 13 years old. And then I just kind of rolled with it ever since and never stopped. And now I write a very different brand of music than I learned at the very beginning. But that just kind of happened along the way. I don't really know how. It just kind of all fell into place and ended up in a weird prog band.
What were you playing in the
But,
beginning?
so I learned from like blues classic rock dude. So I learned
That's
a lot
just-
of that at the beginning, and I mean that's kind of the backbone of a lot of stuff. So
And
I
that's
guess
kind of
it's
how
not
all
that
the prog
weird,
bands
but-
started out, is that they were all blues. I mean, like back in the day, they were all blues bands originally.
yeah.
So it's par for the course, at least. So
Yeah, it just took a long time for me to get there. But yeah, 15, 16 years later, I ended up in this weird prog duo. But when we started this band in 2016, this was my first time like writing everything myself. So that was a big learning curve because I've played in a couple other bands over the years that never really came to any sort of fruition. And I always played with other guitarists. So kind of learning how to carry the weight on my own has been very interesting. And beneficial in a lot of ways. I think just as a guitar player, I've gotten a little bit better, maybe. Over the last
as a
couple of
guitar
years.
player myself, I'm not sure if I've gotten better. So I feel you.
It just depends on the day. Some days I'm just like, God, I'm freaking terrible.
Exactly.
I should just quit. And then other days I'm just like, okay, I got it. I'm a freaking genius.
I think guitar is one of those instruments where you kind of have to figure out the cheat codes or like how to like work
Yeah.
around stuff to make things sound good. Because I
Mhm.
mean, and like there's so many guitarists, like you're never gonna be the best one. I mean, but also at the same time you kind of have to like be, or I guess it kind of depends on what you're trying to do. Either you have to be like, if you're shredding, you just gotta be like, yeah, I'm gonna be the best one. But if you're just like, I don't know, it just depends on what you want to do, I think.
Yeah. And
Either
also
cheat or not really
morphing
cheat,
morphing into an all instrumental band was a challenge too. 'Cause
Yeah.
when we originally started, we did have a vocalist, and I didn't have to carry as much of the weight. And then we no longer had a vocalist, and then we kind of just kept rolling with what we had. We were already kind of making our way towards that anyway, so it might have been sort of inevitable. But yeah, then we just started doing our own thing just as a duo, and now we're on our 4th album that we've put out. This most recent one was the 4th one. Definitely the best one that we've ever done in
All
terms
right.
of writing and in production as well.
Right
Working with a
on.
pro was cool.
That's good. That's good to have that confidence about your own material, though. You got to have a little bit of ego in your own shit.
Yeah, no, a little bit, not too much, but
Not
just
much.
a skosh.
But you don't want to be that guy that's like, I suck, I'm not good. It's like, okay, come on, man. Like you're here, you're at the
Yeah.
dance. Come on, like don't get in your
Right.
own head.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole what's it called? The imposter syndrome stuff is like,
I get
I
it.
don't know. It's kind of
makes
more
sense.
just once you do it, you do it.
gotta get
Just
out of
do
your
it.
own head.
Exactly. It's just like what Shia LaBeouf said. Just do it.
Just do it.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Where do you?
No, that's Science Penguin. So, Atria. How about you guys give us a little bit of that old fancy backstory? Give us some lore, man. We want some
The
deep lore.
lore. Yeah, we need the lore.
I'll go first.
Do you want to go first?
I don't
Go
care.
ahead. Well, I mean, I've been playing guitar for about close to 20 years now too. And back in the day, I played in just straight up metalcore bands. Like no, I mean it was borderline deathcore, just all screaming, metal, fast guitar riffs, stuff like that. So this stuff that I'm doing now is definitely a lot different than what I'm used to playing, in the past. But actually, several years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago, Dakota and I started a band that was more of like a progressive metal band, and it never really got off the ground very much. We only had one release, and then we lost a bunch of memories. Huh?
I said engage intellect.
Yeah, and then we lost some members, and then we kind of just were back to the drawing board. So some time went by, and then we ended up recruiting some other people, and then the whole thing kind of just changed. So I mean, Atria as it is now started in 2019, so a couple years back, when we finally got all the members together and started just writing music. And probably I'd say the first 9 or 10 songs kind of just wrote themselves. So I mean, we still have some songs that are written back in 2019 that we're waiting to release. So I mean, we have quite a bit of material that just kind of flowed, that we're still waiting to put out. But it's been different.
Yeah, the pandemic kind of put a damper on us releasing a lot of stuff there for a while. But I don't know, I started as a guitarist. I always did like really, hook based like chorus pieces and shit like that with dual guitars, and I don't know, but I just kind of accidentally stumbled into being a vocalist. I was able to sing mediocre, and then I don't know, got drunk and started doing like Skid Row covers and shit, and realized I had a range, and it was like, just kind of happened.
No, I feel you. I always thought I couldn't sing very well, and then I started singing in my car, and all of a sudden, I don't know, I can sing okay, I think now. So
Right. So
sometimes it's just like figuring, it's just like exploring a little bit.
Yeah.
Cash, all it is, you got to just do these vocal warm-ups and just keep doing them and doing them.
I still fucking like, I'm terrible at doing vocal warm-ups. Like,
they help
yeah,
so
I
much.
know.
It's for vocal maintenance, because I mean I teach people how to scream, and like my thing is
Just like that song.
Well,
the Teach Me How to Scream song, remember back in the day? Fuck, who was that? That wasn't Brookenside. That was
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You don't know that song?
I don't know.
Was it over Teach Me How to Dougie?
It was like a
Teach Me How to Scream.
Exactly. By Brookenside.
I think it was Brookenside.
Yeah, it was Brookenside. I just looked it up.
Teach me how to scream.
We're gonna get copyright strike, right?
No, that was it was me the first
I just played
time.
on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing, Ryan. I guess you just weren't as seen as I was, Ryan.
Yeah, I didn't even want to be
Clearly.
seen. I was like a metal elitist when that came out.
Hey, I mean, probably better off that way, honestly.
Yeah. I saved myself some photos.
Those are the
None
best
of that.
photos, though.
Bangs in the face. Just always had long hair.
There
I
we
guess
go.
there for a minute I didn't totally have a scene picture.
Just a little
standing in
one,
front of-
just for fun, right?
This is how my hair was in high school. It's across the forehead.
Everyone do their emo hair in the camera real quick.
Yeah. More like this.
I mean, you're lucky because I had to flat iron mine shit. So same with
Yeah, mine
Brian.
just came out straight. Yeah, this is just like I wash it and then it falls straight. perfectly straight.
You didn't have to ruin your hair like a lot of us did, or like have to wear a hat every other day because
Well, we
you'd
live
be
in
like doing
Kansas,
shit.
so I had to wear a hat a lot until I ended up in high school just shaving my head because I got so tired of the wind just blowing my
remember
fucking
taking this
hair in
shit
my
down.
face. So it was
That
hard
definitely
having,
happened to me too, where I was like, I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get short hair. And then and then I did it once, and then it was like, and then I was like, you know what? I guess I would just be a hipster from now on.
yeah.
And I guess that's how it goes. But let's see. Ryan, what do you got for us? You're
I
on
have
mute,
two
Ryan.
questions for Nick.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was all talking and rambling away. We were talking.
Were you saying
Nick-
stuff while you were on mute the whole? Were you saying stuff and we weren't hearing you?
No, it just happened just now because I muted myself because my
Okay.
internet.
Froze for a second because I got Mexico internet, so which means it sometimes falls apart. But so Nick's back. We were talking to Science Penguin and Atria.
There we go.
I'll get it.
Mission
Atria.
parameters were great success.
We were gonna teach everyone how to pronounce that shit by the end of the day, man. Everyone's gonna have it on the brain. It's gonna be the new drinking game. You're gonna watch this episode every time we say that.
Only 3 syllables, Ryan. It's not that
Oh,
hard.
we've heard
Cat.
Atria, we've heard Atria, we've heard
I've
Atra.
heard people straight up just say Atreyu.
Yeah.
Betray you. Dude, isn't that awesome? You guys are in a trade. You didn't even know.
That's pretty cool. Dude.
Fucking the
Yeah,
Crimson.
so-
So I don't think Science Penguin probably ever experienced like a mispronunciation of name, but
We are Science Penguin.
Science Penguin.
Amarionette. Do people butcher a marionette, Nick?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, when I was setting up this call, it wouldn't let me put a marionette. It just put a marionette over and over again. I was like, God, I gotta fix this.
Yeah.
And then finally it worked. I think it did. I hope so.
Amarionette, all kinds of dumb shit.
Amarionette.
Yeah. Amarionette. Thanks, Ryan.
You and Anamoria should just do a combined album. Amarionette and Amarionette.
Well, Joey's singing on this album.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Hey, he's doing that for my band too.
Yeah.
And
He's a
I need
little
to get a
whore.
band so I can have Joey sing.
hey, man, he does good work for an affordable
I
price.
know.
Joey's not out here to rob you. He does good work for he's affordable, man. He's out there for the homies.
That's him.
That's
Just
him.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I like Joey a lot.
Yeah, Joey's awesome. I think I think this is your second time here. Joey's been on here like 3 or 4 times. Like he just keeps
Yeah,
popping.
and I've only been on here like once with him, and he's been on here like 4 times.
It'd be like that.
Yeah,
He just pops in, man. He's got magic powers. He just comes out of nowhere.
he pops in.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
and he's got a little what's it called? A little petition out, or
Dance Gavin Dance vocalist.
yeah, he's dance vocalist Joe, which that would be awesome.
Yes,
Because
Joey.
like we had him here first 4 times.
Considering Joey's gonna have like features on my new band's songs. Yes, Joey, please become the vocalist of Dance Gavin Dance or get as much attention from this as you can, please, for all the homies.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we would all love that if our streams just got a little bumped up because the Dance Gavin Dance singer is just doing stuff with us. I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, maybe
Yeah, it would be.
But just good for Joey too, because I mean he's a great vocalist. I mean, it'd be cool if he got recognized at that level. Like that'd be nice. That'd be a big win for the scene as a whole. Just like for any of the guys that have ever been on this show or Nick. Big
Is
Nick.
it maybe, you know how I said 3 degrees of Kurt Travis? Maybe it's like 3 degrees of Joey Holiday.
2 degrees.
2 degrees. It's like this little web that we have that we weaved.
It's worked
Same
out.
What?
I mean, Nick, you've endured our content for like 2 years now, almost.
Endured. Good way to
Yeah.
put it, for sure.
How do you
Actually,
feel?
before you, I want to say I kind of want to make a big like web of all how we all connect together, like everyone's projects and stuff.
Insane.
And then make a website like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon website. I think
Yeah.
I think that would be fun to do. The 3 degrees of Sacramento post-hardcore, progressive post-hardcore,
Sackcore.
Sackcore. I don't get why no one's ever called it. Why we weren't calling it Sackcore the whole time?
Because a marionette,
Because they're not from Sacramento, but
Yeah.
they're
but
obvious. They're Lost Core. They're Vegas Core.
they're Vegas
Yeah.
core.
Something like that.
I don't know. I've always felt like if anything, if you guys were anything, you're Disco Core.
Disco core.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more dancey than anything throughout like, from start to finish. There's one vibe that a marionette always has in its back pocket. And it's a dance beat.
Did you think Simple was dancey?
I mean, it's more of a ballad, and I feel like I'm touched more in the heart from it. But I mean, I could dance to anything. I dance to the
You can dance to a ballad. That's like a foxtrot, right?
Yeah.
You thought Simple was
Yeah,
a
slow
ballad?
dance.
Did you really felt like Simple was a ballad?
I feel like my heart was touched.
Yeah, well, that's good.
What makes a ballad?
I mean,
Why
Whitesnake.
can't this be love?
I've spoken
Is
a lot
that a
of
dance
weed.
beat?
Dance beat. Yeah, that's definitely it. The dance beat is how you do it, how you get that across.
Without a doubt. I'm gonna say some stupid ass shit. I mean, that's just like it's hot out here. I mean, my hair's all down and I'm sweating like a beast. But I mean, I'm here.
What's the temperature like? You're like on the beach, bro.
It's humid. I mean, I got that on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. But also, I have like local wildlife and shit, so I'm like constantly juggling like a dog howling outside.
Local
Rabbits.
wildlife. What? Like you got like iguanas or something running around?
I wish. That's dope. I like iguanas. Iguanas are.
I mean,
awesome.
like in Mexico, like in parts of Mexico, there's like iguanas running around at the beach.
I wish. I saw a rabbit today. That was pretty cool.
Saw a rabbit. I see a lot of rabbits,
Yeah.
honestly. I think they all came back during the pandemic.
Good for taking back the ecosystem, dude. They deserve it. I mean, that movie,
Make some
Watership
rabbits
Down.
do. I've never had that before, but
I never had rabbit. I don't think so. I've had.
I've never had
duck,
rabbit
but
either. I
mean,
don't think. I don't think I've had rabbit. I think we're getting away from
I
the guests right now. Unless y'all have had rabbit before.
Like
No.
to
you
eat?
want to share?
Or
It's pretty
to
chewy.
pet?
No.
No.
No rabbit. Some have had rabbit. It's a good poll
That
right here. We
frog.
can put that. Frog?
This is getting kind of goofy, man.
I mean, some a frog.
He
Man.
says
I mean,
as he sips a
I didn't
Taco
want
Bell.
to.
I've had frog before. And gator.
Gator's good.
I mean, when you're on
Gators
tour,
Kind of chewy.
when you're on tour,
Rabbit's really chewy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
I
real
guess it's like
stringy.
probably old muscle, but
They call that gamey.
Yeah, game.
yeah. Game,
Stringy
yeah.
meat.
I
I'm
mean,
out.
with
I'm out.
Nick going on.
I don't want no part of this.
I mean, Nick, there's gotta be.
Well, I mean,
gotta be
Nick
some
lives
weird
like in
food out
Vegas. There's like great food everywhere.
yeah, it's
Hey,
mystery meat, all of it.
Grapefruit? Grapefruit everywhere?
Grapefruit, yeah, grapefruit.
Yeah, grapefruit.
Yeah.
The greatest game of all time. Great.
You guys want to go grapefruit hunting later?
Yeah, I totally do.
I mean, I guess
I mean-
something we talked about last time you came on here, Nick, was like it was like kind of hard for you to like break through in Vegas because it's like there's always just so much else to do, I guess. But
Mhm.
So I guess that's kind of like why you were like an internet band for a while, right? Or
I think that had something to do with it. But yeah, I would still say that still stands because I mean, there's something in Vegas all the time. Every night there's shows, there's always something going on. So yeah, it is. Vegas is a very unique market within itself, I would say. But yeah, that's why we've always branched out and have, like we do particularly well in Texas, California, like the regional markets, even Arizona. We've done pretty well. We've been fortunate though to be a part of like some really good shows, and being able to consistently travel to those markets. But yeah, Vegas is tough. Vegas is definitely tough.
I mean, we'll get you your residency at MGM someday, right?
Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah, that's only a matter of time, right?
Yeah, that'd be something.
That would be. I mean,
I
probably wouldn't be nearly have to work as much after that, right?
Nope.
work every night.
Well, I mean, you have to work every night, but I mean, they pay pretty well. But
I mean, it would be pretty cool to hear Izzy like do some Frank Sinatra, because I just think that his voice is very interesting, and like how like someone so like in that range would do someone in such a like crooner range. Like I don't know, it just seems like
maybe
something
more like Sammy Davis or what was the other guy? Fuck. Who's the other guy in the Rat Pack? Who's the other Rat Pack guy? Not the one who goes. Fuck.
The pictures are in black and white. I don't remember that
Is he
time.
talking
Yeah.
about Sammy or
Damn,
Dean
There's
Martin?
Sammy Davis, and who's the other guy?
Dean Martin.
Dean
Frank
Martin, yeah,
Sinatra.
I think he'd be more like a Dean. I think Dean Martin or Sammy Davis probably
She's
more his
telling
speed
me
than Sinatra,
anyway.
to be honest. But
Ain't that a kick in the head? That's Dean.
I'm saying, man, I think Izzy could kill it. I'm just saying, it's always cool to hear stuff reimagined and done differently.
are you ready to become a crooner band, Nick?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Synth trumpets are in, dude.
Synth trumpets.
Not here,
Synths
dude.
are in.
Not my house.
Never. No.
You're gonna have to expand your band like
dog.
10, like threefold at this point. Pull it off.
Everything's.
What did you say?
You're gonna have to expand the band like threefold or something like that, 3 or 4 times as many people to like start pulling like become a big band, right?
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah, split that money even more.
Yeah, I want more opinions.
Money. You guys are getting paid.
Can you imagine that though? Like the 6 trumpet players, like, hey man, make sure my shit gets in.
Oh my god, that's fucking nightmare.
16-bar trumpet solo.
Trumpet solo in the middle of a disco pit would be cool though. I'm just saying.
Just classic Earth, Wind, and Fire, right?
It sounds borderline ska.
Hey, the drummer
Yeah.
of Earth, Wind, and Fire actually shops at my store all the time. I manage a retail store in Vegas at the Palazzo on the Strip, and his name's Ralph, and he's always in my store. He's like the nicest dude.
I mean,
That's awesome, man.
Get that feature. Get that feature, man.
That would be awesome, honestly. Earth, Wind, and Fire Marionette crossover. That would be like,
Doing it.
yeah.
That would be insane.
Do you remember?
Are there any other artists you think that would be a good like feature for y'all, or?
So far, I mean, we're I can't say fuck it. We're talking with Donnie about doing a feature.
Ooh, okay.
So I sent him like all of his things that he wanted, and yeah, we'll see if that comes about. But I love Donnie's voice, so that'd be really cool.
That would be fun and definitely interesting for sure. I like that.
Yeah, hopefully that comes about. So we
You-
just did a tour with them, or with Hale, and dude, the Hale guys are so sick. They're all like the nicest dudes.
Great
So,
artist too.
yeah. So just kind of becoming better friends with them, and I don't know. Donnie's definitely a really cool dude. Very real. You know, he's a fucking whiz with everything music related too. So picking his brain was fun, and yeah, he's a good dude. He's a homie.
Yeah, he does everything too. Like, who told us that he like flies planes and stuff?
Yeah, I'm pretty well. I according to like Instagram or some sort of social media, he was doing that for a minute. I don't know if he still is. I know. I mean, obviously, he's doing Kill Iconic. He does Hail the Sun. He's doing Nova Charisma. I mean, he's with Sound Talent Agency right now, which is awesome for him. But yeah. So far, Joey has been the only quote unquote confirmed feature for the album.
Oh, so
But
Donnie would be on the upcoming album, or
yeah.
all right, okay. I was like, I don't know if I was like trying to figure out if it was for this one or something else, because I don't know, it seems
No. We sent him a song that he basically was like, hey, choose send me whatever like you're thinking that you want us to do or that you want me to do. And yeah, he was really, really cool about it.
right on.
So yeah.
Well, I think everyone listening is probably hoping for that one to come around. So
yeah, I think it will. I think it'll all pan out.
Awesome. Well, I guess that is a demo team exclusive, right, Ryan?
It definitely is. Hopefully people will enjoy like looking
The little
forward to that.
tidbit.
They better
Mhm.
be. That's a pretty
It
dope
better
thing
be.
to have in the
I
back
agree.
pocket.
Yeah, man. I think yeah, like I said, I've liked his voice for a long time, and I like the aggressiveness to it. And we have a song that can be like, gritty or aggressive, I guess. And I was like, yeah, this would be a cool song for Donnie to sing on. And yeah, so we'll see.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to that. Like just the fact that like you guys have gotten like, Kurt Travis and done stuff like really cool with him. You've done great stuff like throughout your guys' discographies, no matter whatever iteration it is. It's like the name Amarionette. It's like it's synonymous with like, just like bringing forth like a great work ethic that attracts like these great artists to perform so well, because it's just like you guys bring out a unique side to these musicians, because like your songs with Andres and your songs with Joey Holiday, it's just like it's always cool to see you guys bring out a different side to a musician, because it's like, yeah, it fits with what they do, but it's like it's still a marionette at the end of the day. It's like you guys don't become whatever project these guys are in and you're trying to like do like a copycat. It's still a marionette, but like featuring these awesome artists and what they do.
Right. Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. I agree with you. I think yeah, it's just I don't know. Again, we have a sound, and when they choose to do a feature with us, it still sounds like a marionette. And I think that's why we were still able to retain most of our fan base even when Quinn left, because the band and the music itself kind of has its own sound, just like DGD. They have their own sound, obviously. You know what I mean? Like whether it was Johnny, Kurt, Tillian, whoever, like they still have, they work so friggin' hard, and they point being is, their music is unique within itself too. So
Of course. And it's just like, I think that's something you guys share with, I mean, not, because people are always going to be like, oh, this sounds like this, blah, 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 whatever. I'm saying on a work ethic level, that is something I feel like you guys share, because it's like, well, we've had member changes, we've had singer changes. These are all excuses for any band to break up, and like most bands fold under so much pressure. And it's just like you guys were just like, just keep working, bust our
Yeah.
ass. Like
That's what it's
Marionette
about.
means.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, me, Ron, and AJ, still, we're always writing, or we have the drive to do it and want to do it, and obviously Izzy's a big part of the fold now, and Izzy being a producer makes it so much easier to put out music consistently, like quickly too, because he just records his own vocals. So yeah, man, it makes the process very easy and efficient.
Yeah, effective too. Hell yeah. So Cash, was there anything else that you guys want to address? I know that it's an hour and 20 minutes. I don't want to take up everybody's day or anything. If you guys still want to chat, I'm still down to chat. But was there anything you guys wanted to go over or express?
Oh, my dog's barking.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't have a dog right now.
How dare you?
I know.
Science Penguin,
Might have a cat
you
soon,
guys
though.
have anything? You guys have anything you want to say? I don't want to.
It's Atria.
Day. I know that.
Hey, Nick's dog is
I
on
really
camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aw, that is a cute dog right there.
The man.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Beanathan.
Quick, go grab your dog.
Beanathan?
Yeah, his name's Lentil.
Lentil? Beanathan?
Yep.
All right, these are good. That's a good puppy name for sure.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
They look like beans sometimes. Pets be looking like beans.
Bean sprout.
Ryan, would you like to bring some of your puppies on camera?
He's muted and just clapping.
Do dogs know what this means? Come here.
Oh,
There's a dog.
Aw.
Oh,
I also
Ryan, you
have
gotta
a
turn
dog.
your.
Hybrid, huh, Shelly?
She's a
What
good
is
girl.
it?
She's like collie wolf. Like she's got like a
Collie
bunch
wolf.
of. She's a dog and a wolf basically, but she's a good. She just had a bunch of
That's a
babies.
Balto.
puppy.
Right? Like Balto?
Pretty much, yeah.
Balto.
Remember
That's
that movie?
She looks more like the villain from Balto, though. To be honest with you,
I forgot who the villain was. I haven't seen that shit in forever.
the
haven't
mean
either.
husky, the guy that wants to be the leader, like Gaston, if he was a dog.
Sure.
But,
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that
I'll take your word for it.
when I was a child, so I just haven't watched it since.
How dare you? You
Well,
don't.
no, I don't think any of the dogs die in it.
I won't
I
watch
think
Fox
it's
and the
just
Hound.
like
I just refuse to.
It's a good
Gentlemen,
movie.
it has been real, but I do have some obligations that I have to do. But it's always a pleasure, and thank you guys for having.
of course.
And,
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Ryan, I'm glad
Everybody-
we could finally figure this out after like a
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. I'm always glad to do these with you, dude. And everybody should go follow a Marionette. They're at a
Already
Marionette
do.
everywhere.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, I'll keep you posted on all the album stuff too. So maybe
Oh, yeah,
like when
dude.
we're closer, like the next couple months, we can have the whole band on or something. We can just talk about the album.
That
Like, it's
sounds
cool.
good, man.
So, but thank you guys for real.
Of course.
Really appreciate you guys
It
having me on.
was really cool to meet y'all all in person at SOA. Y'all were super cool, and that was a cool picture, and I got a little stream of y'all going too on Facebook. So
Oh, I thought you were referring to like when we were next to each other in the restroom.
that too. That was
Yeah.
funny. That was it was
I
like
was like,
a
what up, man?
it's I mean, yeah, so what's like a big baseball stadium, or it was a former baseball stadium, and so like I'm like in the bathroom and I turn around to go dry my hands, and then Nick's right there. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, man?
Scream.
But yeah.
But anyways, man, thank you guys again. Really
Of
appreciate it.
course.
Yeah, we'll be in touch for sure.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
You have a good
Enjoy-
day, man.
It was nice to meet all y'all.
Nice to meet you. Take care.
He's
Go.
out. All right.
Shelly,
You
he
know.
left. Huh, Shelly? Oh, poor Shelly.
All right. I'll be back in 1 sec.
Okay.
Y'all
One.
keep talking now.
All right, man. Y'all have the stage. Y'all can say whatever you want. Just don't be gross.
I like turtles.
I like turtles too. Turtles are cool.
Turtles
You
are
like
dope.
turtles? The turtles are very dope. I like turtles a lot. Shelly, go. Are you gotta go outside? I think the dog has to go outside. Do you? Speak if you have to go outside. Speak. Speak. You do? Speak if you have to go outside, Shelly. Speak. She's trying. Speak, Shelly. Speak.
She's doing her best.
Speak, Shelly. Speak. You can speak. It's okay. Speak. Speak. You're good though. You're good though.
I got a Pop-Tart. Anyone want some of this Pop-Tart?
Yeah,
Shelly wants-
I'll take a piece.
I didn't even see you come back. He just takes over the screen. I got a Pop-Tart.
Shelly, he does not have a Pop Tart for you though. I'm sorry.
I think dogs can eat Pop-Tarts.
He
I don't
should
see why not.
Shelly,
What? What do you mean they
Not
shouldn't?
good.
I mean, like,
Probably
sure-
not the chocolate or s'mores.
Not healthy.
yeah.
They probably have a cherry Pop-Tart, no frosting. But who wants that?
It might live, but it's not healthy.
It's like disappointment in a Pop Tart.
Pop-Tarts are so healthy.
Pop-Tarts shouldn't be non-frosted. There's
Yeah.
no point.
Pop Tarts shouldn't be. Really.
Reminds me of an old Tyler the Creator quote.
I like how you told us
Are
it
you-
reminds me of that creator.
And then he just didn't say it.
Oh, I couldn't think. I
What
was
was
trying to
the
think how
quote?
it went.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's like, oh, he's talking about Frank Ocean. And he's like, I knew he was gay because he like Pop-Tarts without frosting on it or something. And I
His name
mean,
roughly translates to hot dog water.
perhaps.
Frank Ocean.
I mean, I don't really. I like Pop-Tarts a lot better with frosting on them. I will say. Never been a non-frosting guy. I don't know about y'all.
No, there's no other way to go. Frosting is it.
Just the classic frosted strawberry.
You can't go wrong. Never let you down.
After this is over, I'm gonna go to Walmart and get another pack of Pop-Tarts because I'm out now.
Oh no, that was your last one.
You know,
Oh God,
to think I was sharing with y'all.
I know.
I have a question for y'all. Did y'all think that this was this is what I do on this podcast?
Well, I mean, I listened to the Andrew Wells one, so I kind
So,
of
yeah.
have an idea. But
That was
yeah,
us
the
on our
first
A
one I
game,
think
to
you
be
shot us
honest.
out on. Atria. I was like, it was Atria, bro. Oh, I'll get it right next time. Atria.
Ryan just goes, it's Atria. I don't know how to pronounce it every time. Just cover his bases, so he makes sure he's filled the.
He just starts pulling out postcards. This
It just
is,
says all of them at once.
Exactly.
I'm eating a nut bar. Sorry.
You are. Did you toast it?
I didn't know that we were bringing snacks.
Toast it.
I know. I don't
Yeah, you gotta-
have any
you-
snacks.
I think we're
Toast
gonna
that?
start eating snacks on here.
All right.
We're gonna start sending snacks to the guest, and then they're
We
gonna
all
be
eat the
like,
same snack together.
"Yeah, we're all gonna send like a
Critique
specific
it?
snack, and then we're all gonna say we're all gonna share our thoughts on it."
We gotta sync our snacks in the future. Sync them.
Snack sync.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a segment.
So right now I'm having a generic Walmart Pop-Tart, strawberry frosted.
I'm having a Reese's nut bar from Mexico. I got puppies that are fighting each other. They're angry. I don't know why.
Are the Reese's different in Mexico than the US?
It doesn't taste different, but there are things that do taste different that are in America that
Mexican
are
ketchup is totally different.
I'm
Yeah.
having a classic line and Google.
Around
summer
some
shandy.
non-generic beer snacks.
Man, I go for a beer.
What's your Pop Tart?
I've got this bottle of Gatorade. And I'll just open it.
Puppies,
Very good.
chill. I'm in the middle of an episode. Don't you understand how important this is? We're
The
talking
puppies
about
are having their own episode.
It's the
Shelly.
snack segment.
Thanks, Shelly. The show needed that. The show needed you walking through. Thank you.
It did, honestly.
Honestly, Shelly, that was the most helpful thing. This episode needed that. It needed a wolf hybrid dog to walk through. You're a
Is that
star.
an I Wrestle the Bear one shirt?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun
Oh
fact.
yeah,
Archers
Nice. Fun fact, we got the bassist of
playing black tea.
Wabo coming on here. pretty
Wabo,
soon.
yeah.
Yeah, you told me that earlier on Messenger.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna bring Courtney on.
Ah,
Did he?
snap.
You're
Just kidding.
kidding.
I don't think he's not gonna bring Courtney. I mean, we have triangulated Courtney LaPlante pretty well if we get this guy, because I mean we had the drummer from Secret Whisper who was the original drummer in Spirit Box, I believe.
Oh. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Comes back to the whole everyone is intertwined.
Everyone knows each other.
Yeah. I was gonna say I know their current drummer. Well, sort of ish. We played a gig
See?
together once, like 3 years ago.
Hit him up for us.
Go for it, honestly.
Yeah, and then next thing I know, I see him out touring with Spirit Box, and then they blow up, and that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
That was our first ever out of town gig too.
Hell yeah.
Um,
What about
that was in
our
Philly.
first out of town gig.
We played in Philly for the first time, just almost exactly 3 years ago, and that was like the first time I set up a gig in a totally different market where we didn't know anybody. Philly's like 4 hours away ish, give or take, so it's not super far, but it's far enough that it's a little bit of a road trip. We did this weekender where we played in Philly, we played in New Jersey, and then we came back to Baltimore, which is kind of our local area-ish. And yeah, we played with some really cool bands in Philly. We had a great turnout. It was one of the better shows that we had played at that point, and really still one of the best shows that we've played in a while. We just had some really cool bands. Everybody really liked it. It was our first time kind of playing on the road, if you will. So it was a lot of fun, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. I mean, that's like a really great music area too. Like that whole like
It's so good. Like especially for our kind of weird brand of music, there's a lot of that type of stuff going on up there. So when I was trying to find bands to play with, like I really didn't have that much trouble finding them. It was more like their availability and all of that you kind of have to work through. But there's probably 20 bands at any given point that we could gig with up there, and we could make any kind of combination of these sick lineups of cool like prog, math, rock type bands. There's just a lot of that going on up there, and there's been a lot of like DIY stuff there, house shows. There's a lot of those going on. It's just a really cool city to play music. So I definitely want to play up there as much as we can, because we had 2 gigs in 2020 that we were scheduled to play, and they both got kinked. So, but
Fucking
Philly's a cool
pandemic.
town. Honestly, we had a whole tour planned out, and we didn't get to do any of it. I worked for
Philly's,
6 months. I worked for 6 months on setting up a tour, and we didn't even get to announce it. So that was a real blower.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, that's.
But you know,
I mean,
same thing happened to a lot of other people too. So
that's true. I mean, like you put a lot of work into like setting up a tour, and then that's like I don't even have any idea how to pull that shit off. So like, I don't know. It just seems like it's like a lot of wasted work, I guess, is kind of the point, I guess. But I mean, I think it seemed like Philadelphia is like a really solid scene for like basically everything these days. So
yeah, and like yeah, you can find a little bit of everything there. I mean, there's tons of venues. Everybody stops through Philly on the East Coast all the time. Like there's probably gobs of bands that have come out of Philly. It's a really cool, it's a good hot spot, you know, and it's ideally located on the East Coast. You know, you can kind of go
it's like
in a
right in
bunch
the
of different
middle.
directions. It's right in the middle. You know, you can go west, north, south. Like you can go in a bunch of different directions, and you're not
Everywhere
far
but
from other
east,
major
right?
cities. Yeah, you can't go very far east. But that is one thing that's cool. Like with the East Coast, you can kind of go. You could go from Miami to Boston and play a fairly decent sized city every night.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. We
So, like,
haven't really we really haven't gotten much further out than like Philly. We played in New Jersey one time, and that was pretty cool. We've played in Morgantown, West Virginia. That's like 3 hours away from where we're at. That's a cool town to play too. We've got a bunch of friends up there. It's a college town.
Yeah.
WVU is up there, and every time we go up there to play, it's pretty wild. There's usually a solid party somewhere afterwards, and you know.
So I've heard.
It's fun though. Like we've got some friends that live up there, and
so like, do you
played
book
there like
all
4
the?
times.
Do you book all the tours for your band, or?
I pretty much do most of that. Well, we
really
really haven't done we haven't actually gone out on a real tour yet. We've just done a few weekenders here and there, but my bandmate is a teacher, so like summertime is kind of our prime time to do things. We really didn't have the chance to pull it together this summer like I was hoping, because we spent so much time recording this album in the first half of the year, so that was kind of all of our time and effort putting that together. We started recording in January, and we finished in like May, I think. I don't know, sometime around then. And that was.
There's no shame in that, man. Like you guys got something out, you put something out, and you used your time wisely, and you have something to do for it. So I mean, the tour that you want to do over the summer, but I mean that you could still. I mean, Amarionette said it earlier. They were an internet band for a little while. There's no shame in that, and sometimes that's how you get to that next level where you are doing tours and dogs are barking in the background and ruining your whole. What do you want? I gave you water. I gave you food. What more could there be? I love puppies.
But yeah, right now we've got a few things here and there that we're gonna play over the summer, but you know, all of our time and energy has been put into this album that we just put out. So now that that's done, we'll kind of see what happens and see what comes up. But I think next summer we're really gonna get after it.
All right. Well, I'll be looking forward to it if you come to Texas for sure.
We're in
Because
Texas.
I'm obligated to go to
Yeah,
every
we'll see.
show that I interview.
Did you
And I
did you go
interviewed, so.
see did Pulses make it out to Texas?
They did, and I saw them. I
Hell yeah.
was trying to see them a few nights, but it did not work out. Well, I guess that was a busy weekend because they played Friday. As the City Sleeps played Saturday. Then Charlie XCX was on Sunday. But yeah, that was a really they were really good live. They're really fun to see, and I think that if you're a fan of them, you should definitely go try to see them live because I think it'll totally like make your music experience way better. It's like they're one of those bands that like their live show like really helps, like it really lends itself to the music for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them because they haven't
They
played
live on the other side of the country.
They don't
Yeah,
play-
no, they're from our neck of the woods, so we actually gigged with them once. It was a couple summers ago, but we played with them at the end of their first tour that they did with Sales Ahead, and they played down the street from us. So we got to hang out with them for a little bit. And
Right on.
but they're cool. They're all really good dudes.
Yeah, that little like Virginia to New Jersey like scene is just like, I mean, obviously there's like millions of people who live there, so like obviously they'd be great, but like there's like the emo nights, things like that, all the shit that's going on down there is just like so awesome. So
Yeah.
definitely a good spot to be.
Yeah, they're like they're like 2 hours from us probably, give or take. So not like down the street, but close enough.
Yeah. Can all meet in a central location.
Yeah, exactly.
Where at in Texas are you from, Cash?
I live in Dallas.
Oh
So.
yeah, we're gonna be down there in August.
In August? All right. I will try
Yeah.
to catch y'all for sure.
The show hasn't been
Yeah.
announced yet, I don't think.
Yeah,
but-
we'll be playing in Deep Ellum,
Oh, right on. Do you know what
Yeah.
venue?
a place called
Cheapsteaks.
Cheapsteaks.
Cheapsteaks. All right. Right.
Yeah.
Probably in the backyard. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Cheapsteaks is
maybe.
cool.
with Silver Cord.
Hell
I've-
yeah.
Actually never seen a concert at Cheapsteaks, but like I've seen like the setup and like it's definitely would be cool to see. It's like outdoors. So yeah. But yeah, that's a cool venue. I mean, love Deep Ellum.
Hell yeah.
Definitely need to go back down there soon when I have money again.
819, baby.
Silence, dogs. Yeah, I mean, I should probably. I don't mean to wrap it up and end everybody's festivities. At the very least, I have to go just because like these dogs are unhappy, and if they're unhappy, my roommate will be unhappy.
I don't know, I feel like it's probably a good point for us to wrap it up too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting to be my bedtime.
Oh no.
Slumber
Just
is
kidding.
calling.
Yep, 7 p.m.
Actually, yeah, it's just 7, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's not going to be my bedtime. That was a joke.
time
I
to
stay
get
up
more
till at
Pop-Tarts.
least 11.
My mom doesn't tell me when to go to bed anymore.
She's going
I
to call
thought-
me and be like, Cash, did you go to sleep?
Yeah,
I hope you're eating all your vegetables.
you're like, no, I'm eating
Yeah,
Pop-Tarts.
I've been eating vitamin Pop-Tart.
Well, I do strawberry pop tarts count.
Yeah, that's a fruit.
Yeah, that's a fruit, man.
All that.
They have little
it's on
pieces
the
of
food
corn in my
table.
cup of noodles. So
Yeah.
with their little bits.
I
of
think
green
there's
onion
little
in there,
onions
too.
in my freezer burritos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just eat an
Onions are
apple,
fruit.
man. Just have a banana every once in a while.
Onions of fruit.
I mean, maybe I'm going to Walmart later tonight. We'll see how what the produce is looking like. So
Yeah.
you might get your wish, Ryan.
Hell yeah. My boy's
Dad.
good. Hey, I'll teach you how to make shepherd's pie. How about that?
Oh yeah, just send them that link from the anchor.
Yeah.
Lindsay screams how to make shepherd's pie.
Ryan, just make shepherd's pie and send it to me.
We'll go
A
back.
care package, if
And
you will.
an envelope.
Oh man, overnight it, bro.
Yeah, overnight it.
International.
Can't be that
It'll
expensive
warm
from
by the time
Mexico.
It gets to me.
Yeah, but it would cost money to send it into America.
Yeah. Ah,
Forgot about
pish
that part.
posh.
You're not even in America.
It's cheap
You
to
just
send
throw
stuff
it over
Yeah.
into Texas.
order.
Ryan, can I move in with you in Mexico?
You gonna pay rent?
I mean, I got some pesos left over on my bedside table.
Just remember, if you want to work in Mexico, you gotta get a work visa. And I mean, I kind of do that's why I do the online stuff. I can't. It's kind of hard to get a
You're
job.
gonna get
out here.
deported, Ryan. Don't say anymore.
Incriminating yourself.
Just
got
take
all
your
five.
shepherd's pie to the border and throw it over. He's in Texas, so you can
You
just
should start selling shepherd pie.
Just
You
hand
should,
it
you
through the
should start
fence.
a British pub in Mexico, in Tijuana. Make
I'm
make
coming.
shepherd's pie for the whole crew, and they'll be like, "Wow, I don't know. I think I'd rather have some picadillo."
Carnitas, puppies, I'm coming, man. Don't worry, Papa's coming. Anywho, I just wanted to say thanks, guys, everybody, for making the time today to come out. Thanks to Nick for being here for Amarionette. The puppies for being such great guest stars themselves. Shelly for her.
I mean, really, they were. I mean, this is the puppy
Lentil.
episode.
That's the name of the dog, right? Lentil.
Lentil,
Praise
Beanathan.
be
Yeah, Beanathan, bro.
Beanathan.
That was the man. But everybody, thank you for your time. Everybody should check out Atria.
Atria.
yes, yeah,
Hey,
that's close enough.
Atria.
Atria.
I swear
Hey,
they're changing it every time to trip you up.
Bro, I'm like mildly dyslexic, so I apologize.
Actually, it's a tray.
It's a tray.
Atria, man.
Yeah.
Atria.
Atria. Atria.
A tree.
A
Oh.
tree, duh.
But Dias Penguin and Amarionette, thank you so much for being here, everybody, for giving us their time, and thanks for just shooting the shit, man. It's not every so often we get to ramble about random shit here. Puppies, I will come for you, I swear.
I feel like it's very often we get to ramble about random shit on here, actually.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
Ryan.
that's
It's
pretty
not a
cool.
podcast if you don't do any rambling.
yeah.
I think we're almost like 90% rambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you ever rambled on DMT, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe when we'll start talking about stuff like that when Spotify gives us millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars to
Yeah.
be exclusively on their platform.
We're just chimps. We're just chimpanzees, but smarter. Kind of.
James, look that shit up.
Wow.
Hey, will you Google that real quick?
Jamie,
James,
pull it up.
Me and Ryan are gonna shave our heads.
You can do it. Go first. I'll do it after you do it. After.
Like I said, I still think it's very funny that y'all thought I was like very like extremely bearded. It's like it when we first started doing this.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't shaved in months because of the pandemic. I was like, I don't feel like shaving. I kind of just wanted to see how far it got.
You had
Just
like the conquistador
Fucking
look.
full Bo Burnham, just looking rough as hell.
Yeah, definitely rough.
That's my life. But I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for
No,
your
we
time.
gotta think of something else to make Ryan stick around for another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it over and over again.
How about this weather we're having?
Hey, it's pretty warm right now. I
Do
need
you
to open
believe
up
in
my-
life after love?
It's only 93 degrees here in Kansas, but it's a wet heat. So it's
A wet heat.
Wait, where do y'all live in Kansas?
Wichita.
Wichita, yeah.
Wichita.
Lower.
I've been to Wichita.
I'm going to
I drove through it.
Wichita.
Exactly.
How tall is that witch though?
About yeah.
I spent a couple of nights in Salina or whatever.
Oh yeah, Salina.
Selena.
Yeah.
Chair.
But
Pop
all right, Ryan, you get your wish. I think this is it. I think we're gonna call it.
This is it.
Yeah, we should have been doing that.
Should have done that.
Yeah, wait,
But-
what is that piece? What is that artwork behind you? That yellow one.
This one?
Looks like I don't know, like a duck
The
or something.
It's the unreleased Dance Gavin Dance album. It's Chaos.
Looks
Empire.
more like an unreleased like secret band album.
Yeah. I'm
Same thing.
coming, puppies.
Ooh.
Do you have a John Ness original right there?
I don't know,
I
maybe.
can't- All right. Well,
I'm not sure.
I think it's time to say goodbye.
It's been. Anyway, you guys plug your socials. You guys have a nice day.
But fare thee well.
So we
You want to
are.
play your socials?
Oh yeah.
We are Atria. ATRIA on Facebook. It is.
You know what
Atria
y'all
Band.
need? Y'all should add an
US.
accent. I think that wouldn't even do
Accent.
anything. How you don't? I don't know. Like, oh, you could add a what is it when it's an A and an E put together?
Yes. Atria. Yeah, we could be.
Like a like
Like an
that
enema.
Tool album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like enema. Anima.
Yeah, enema, exactly.
Yeah, then people will be more confused. That's the how it's said.
So yes, it's Atria Band US on Instagram. Is it Atria Band US as well on Facebook?
Facebook, I think so.
Just search
there other-
Atria on Facebook in
Are
the
there
search bar.
Atrias from other countries?
There
Yeah.
are, yes. There's one
Yeah,
in
there's a-
Toronto and one
Atria
in
Canada?
like
I think there's
One-
a French one.
yeah, French or Middle Eastern. I can't remember, but we're the US one. So we
All right.
live in the US. And yeah,
Shoot, Joel.
All right. You can find us at Science Penguin MD on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter's Science Penguin 2 for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but it's fine. And then your streaming platform of choice?
are you a medical
Science?
doctor?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was
Science
gonna say,
Penguin
Science
MD,
Penguin
baby.
MD sounds like a doctor.
It's Maryland, I'm assuming.
No, it's because we're based in Maryland.
Ah, I wish
I
it
think
was
you should
medical
just say you're
doctor.
doctors. I think that's
You should just
Yeah.
put
I
a
mean-
put a penguin in a lab coat.
We're a band of
And
medical doctors.
a little ear.
There's one of those images floating around on our social media somewhere. It's like a cartoon penguin in a
you
lab
should
trench coat
holding
thing,
the-
and he's got like
what is
a
that
beaker.
called?
you should you should make that to a shirt for sure.
Yeah,
Cough
I
for
think
me.
I think that should be our next one.
Science
think that would
Penguin
be cool.
MD. Yes.
Science
perfect.
Penguin Indie.
Yeah, we'll
Wow.
get on that.
Right on. Well, I think this is where we say goodbye, everyone.
All right.
Catch
Thanks a
y'all
lot,
next
Cash.
time.
Right.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
out to
Bye.
our show in
I will.
August near you.
Actually, I probably need to go to Oklahoma at some point. Actually, but my car's broken down. But Wichita's kind of close to that. Maybe I'll swing by. Who knows?
Yeah.
I like to do little road trips around.
Sounds lit.
Yeah. All right.
kids
Well,
would
you'll
say.
have a good one.
All right, you too.
Yeah, you
Thank
too.
you.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.